That's 18 in time. Let's take a look at this course. It's owned and operated by the city of Bristol, and they maintain a great price as well. It's only £7. To drive it, you'll see, it's pretty impressive.
That is, you'll have to go right through the Clifton Lodge East, often called Clifton Lodge. It is one of the most important gateways into Ashton Court Estate. It's almost like the front door for everyone coming into the direction if you're headed into the golf course. What makes it interesting is the lounge is built in the 1800s during the Victorian era, so it has a Gothic feel to it. The course, you would think the clubhouse might have that, but that's not the case. So enjoy this as it comes in, and it also has a lot of connections to the suspension bridge. That is the Clifton suspension bridge. Note the same name. Now when you walk on in, you got multiple trees cutting through, but look at that beautiful lounge. I believe there's someone living there. There's multiple cars, but coming on into this facility, tree lines, it really does express the classiness that Bristol has in this part, with a lot of beautiful golf courses surrounding it. As you can see, it's a short little par 3 course with 18 holes. I wasn't sure of the price. It looked online like it was affordable, definitely looked public, but for £7 it was very affordable. I think that's even with rental clubs. I think rental clubs come included. As you can see, this is the map of the giant court estate, and here's the clubhouse with multiple bathrooms, and on the left hand side is a little cafeteria for cappuccinos and espressos. As you can see right here, we're about to check in. If you check in, you'll end up getting 3 clubs. There's multiple notes and directions on how to move around the golf course, with 2 9-hole golf courses fairly open. We decided to go with the first course here.
All right, let's take a look at the Plateau course now. They're 9-hole courses with some rich history. 3 clubs.
The definition of a fun chip and putt to kind of get you loose and into the direction of some major beautiful golf courses here in this area. But right now, with a cheap green fee, you got to go and take a look at this par 3 course. Now, I would say it was a little rough in comparison to golf courses where you're spending more than £10 and you're getting what you pay for here, and I actually enjoyed it very much. You can see the fairways and the roughs were in very good condition, and I would argue that maybe the putting green surface was close to the fairway, as you can see right here, being very bumpy and jumpy. Any opportunities for 2 putts you kind of just have to take here. You weren't rolling them in pretty nicely, but you could definitely get good at your short game by practicing going right after the pin. But we're here for one thing, and that's the historical side of these golf courses. Now this one, I tell you what, it wasn't like I was targeting it right out of the way, but I knew that this had a massive court estate to it. The Ashton Court Golf Course is one of Bristol's most unique sporting venues. It has hosted many events and has historically had 850 acres within this estate. Unlike a traditional private golf course, this is public and pay-to-play facility. So sometimes if no one's there, you better have exact change, and you might want to have some clubs with you. Now the layout of this course is pretty straightforward. It's 2 direct 9-hole golf courses. You have the Lounge course and you have the Plateau course. The name of the Plateau course, one I'm playing now, is a little bit flatter, and it's supposed to be a little bit easier on your legs, especially if you're walking to some of these courses. Now they're both right around the same, and we'll go through the yardage shortly later, but very manageable, with a total 9-hole course right around 1,000 to 1,100 yards. So it is a little bit harder than I thought. I wasn't going out there getting pars all over the place. A lot of bogey golf here, but it has some natural beauty. Because it's golf course, it's also part of the Site of Special Scientific Interest, the SSI. This is a real thing here in the UK, and it maintains a strict order and maintenance to protect the environment. That is because there's multiple wildlife and also tree vegetation that there has to be some sort of historical protection over. And that's what this estate is doing. For the recent years, as of notably 2020, part of the golf course is temporarily closed because of the rare green wind orchids to bloom and seed. This is a wild part of the golf course where nature is really taking effect. You aren't just playing the grass, you are playing in a protected environment. You also have ancient trees here, which is many of the fairways are lined with historical trees, some of which are hundreds of years old. I got to look at and enjoy some of them because I even said to myself, there's some beautiful trees here. Now, it's more on the outside of the estate, but you can see them. Players often are reminded to respect these ancient oaks when playing this ecosystem. And then you have the wildlife sightings. It's very common to find a deer or red deer grazing near the grass. The deer park existed over 600 years ago, and animals were a permanent fixture of this golf experience. So not only that, you have multiple other outside of golf activities, such as disc golf, foot golf, which makes it look like a bigger golf course than really what it is because of it. And you also have many people going out there and just bird watching and flower watching. Now, the ownership and the historical content of this location is the land was owned by the Smyth family over 400 years ago, being sold to the Bristol City Council in 1959. The clubhouse exists is unmatched because players use the facility. Also, it has cafes and toilets that house the former mansion that used to sit on that location. You also have public access for everyone. Since 1960s, the council has maintained that the course is affordable and ensures that golf remains the sport here for the Bristol community.